Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Monday Night Raw, January 8th, 2024. Michael Cole, Wade Barrett on commentary. We're in Portland. And I gotta say, before I start this show, we watched the Golden Globes. All the fun stuff with it. Some cringy jokes. I don't know. That's besides the point. I'm not going to speak on the Golden Globes, but, you know, my favorite thing about the Golden Globes was Succession. I've never seen the show. We'll probably never see the show, but their music is very eerily Roman Reigns music. So, like, every time Succession won and their music came on, I was like, oh, shit, the Tribal Chief is here. That, like, the whole time. Because they were winning out throughout the night, man. And then my wife's like, you're crazy. It's not. I'm like, no. I hear, dun, 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 dun. Like I was doing I pulled the theme song, too, for her. She's like, Roman Reigns is not coming out. I was like, he's going to come out. Why don't they have WWE stars show up at the Golden Globes? Like, they're part of television history, right? I would think you would at least have a table for WWE. Like, that would be fucking cool, especially like at the Oscars or something like that. You know, they don't need to be winning anything. They can just be there. They can even be hosts. Like, I was thinking about this. It was driving me crazy. I was like, man, that would be awesome to have like a CM Punk up there hosting the Golden Globes. Shit, even The Rock, even though he's just very, very part-time. John Cena, you know, The Miz. I was thinking of all these big personalities in WWE that could pull it off and probably do a really good job at hosting the Golden Globes, better than a lot of hosts I've seen. Or the Oscars, you know, they're actors in their own right, you know, more physical, but they're actors, and they should get some love for that. That's just my opinion. Because they have to work on the fly, they have to work in live action mode. You know, they have all these skills and talents, especially being athletic is on top of all that. It's a lot to be a professional wrestler, and I gotta say, I feel like they deserve to be part of that table at the Golden Globes or the Oscars or some shit like that or something. Emmys, have them be there, you know, or have them host. That's just my opinion. All right, we start the show. Cody has arrived. He's backstage. He has a big main event tonight with Shinsuke Nakamura. Drew McIntyre's in the ring, and he's talking, and he's going on, and he's saying like, hey, man, I lost my championship match last week and blah, 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 blah. I should leave the WWE and blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, yeah, but it was Damian Priest's fault. He screwed the both of us. He's the idiot out of all this. I like how he did that. And then he talks about CM Punk. You know, he says, I'm going to leave for 9 years and come back to a hero's welcome. And here comes CM Punk. Oh, my God. Goosebumps. These two going back and forth at each other on the mic and everything like that. And Punk just saying like, hey, I'm a real nice guy until it's time not to be. And, you know, you call me a demon. You know, I'm Satan himself. I was like, oh, he's like, I'm a real nice guy until I don't have to be anymore. So tells Drew, you better get out of my way. Even Cody and Seth, no one can stop me. I'm winning the Royal Rumble, going to WrestleMania. And, man, this was a great promo between these two. I really dug it. I really did. Finn Balor comes out. He's going to face Tommaso Ciampa. You know, they're on a roll, DIY with Johnny Gargano and everything like that. Fun match and everything. You know, of course it was going to be. Damian Priest is there as well. And R-Truth, God bless him. That's all I can say is God bless R-Truth. But Finn Balor takes on Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa wins. And so, you know, furthering them along to hopefully get a Undisputed Tag Team Championship match and dethrone Judgment Day. So we'll see where that goes with that. Jackie's in the back with the man. She says that she's in the Royal Rumble and everything like that. And she says, yeah, I got hit, but I'm going to get back up and I'm going to keep on fighting. And that's going to be at the Royal Rumble. Chelsea Piper, Kaden, and Katana, they're all backstage getting ready for their big tag team match tonight. Kofi Kingston takes on Ludwig Kaiser. It's a count out, and oh my God. Oh my goodness. This was a highlight of the night. Kofi got hit in the face with the chair. I got scared. Like, as soon as my wife was like, she was over in the kitchen or something. And as soon as Ludwig hit that chair, I thought it hit his eyeball socket, and I just thought his eyeball was popping out. But, man, it hit him so hard he went down. I was like, oh, my God. Oh. And then, like, she was like, what's wrong? I was go Kofi. And then, like, Ludwig started beating him up some more. I'm like, leave him alone. And then, put him on the steps. And they back up Ludwig, and all of a sudden, like, I feel something horrible is coming. And he runs around the ring, does this crazy stomping Kofi's head into the steps. And this is something I was just like, it looks so devastating. And Kofi sold it so well to the point to where when he's laying, if you see him laying there, he looks like his head was like spun, around, like his neck was broken. And the way he was laying down, I was like, oh my God, is he alive? Check on that man. Holy shit, into the steps, man. And that crowd was like, holy shit. Ludwig Kaiser, god damn, he got that heat, brother. He got that heat. Jackie finds Ludwig after this, and he gets mad. He says, hey, he took Vinci's head, I took his head. I was like, I looked at Ludwig, I was like, man, you got something here. You got something here with this guy. Michael Cole is in the ring, brings out Nia Jax. How she's going to dominate and win the Royal Rumble and everything like that. There's no woman in this in here that can beat Nia Jax or anything like that. So, but guess what? Mommy interrupts. Mommy is here. Mommy comes out and gets in the face of Nia Jax. And I was like, me and the wife was like, oh, Rhea gets right in her grill, and then like they go back and forth, and Nia kind of the last word. She's not that great on the mic, but she does have a presence about her that just oozes like confidence and stuff like that. But I would love to see Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax go at it. That's all I'm saying. I would love to see these two go at it. Then we have Jackie backstage with Cody. Before he even gets to talk, Shinsuke attacks and they start fighting and they get split apart. And then after that, they announced like, hey, breaking news. Shinsuke and Cody's match tonight is the street fight. I was like, oh my God. Hell yeah. Let's do this, man. I want to see tables, chairs. I want to see it all. Let these two just beat the shit out of each other. Next up, we got the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Chelsea, Piper versus Katana and Kaden. Fun match, but not the outcome I wanted. Katana and Kaden got the win. The women's locker room's watching all these other women tag teams. Katana and Kaden, though, they look at that little, the keg stand thing. They really need to work on the timing on that. Like, they can really fucking hurt somebody. Like, the way she came down on Chelsea, like, her knees right into Chelsea's chest, because they didn't, like when that, it's a cool move, but it takes a long time to fucking set up. Like, you got to go in the corner, she's got to get there, top to head, turn, drop, and it's like you have to make sure that she lands, like, almost belly to belly, not the knees to the chest, because I think you could do much more damage to a person that way. I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. It just takes a long time to set up, and it's like if you don't time it right, you can probably get her knee to the face, and that's not good for anybody. So, and we have our R-Truth package. He says, since I was a baby, I looked in the doctor's eyes, and I told him, I'm going to be part of the Judgment Day. And we get little baby Judgment Day. R-Truth there. They cut to the Judgment Day watching. Damien's laughing. He's just like, oh, my God. And then Rhea's like, we need to handle this Truth. But he's like, all right, we'll take care of Truth, man. And then JD McDonough's all like, hey, man, we need to take him out, boss. So, but JD McDonagh has a matchup. The Miz versus JD McDonagh. And I got to say, the Miz getting cheered makes me happy. And R-Truth comes out, and he's helping along, and he's like, I'm part of the Judgment Day. He puts his arm around Dom. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? But this was a fun match. The Miz got the win. R-Truth is a treasure. And I think Bully Ray said on the X, on the Twitter, whatever you want to call it, he says, R-Truth is sports entertainment. And I will agree 100% with that statement, man. The Judgment Day's backstage. They're pissed off, because JD McDonagh lost, and Dom. They're like, we need to figure this out. We need to be back to being the biggest faction and dominant faction on this brand and everything like that. And then Rhea's like, hey, I will go talk to Adam. So she goes off. Now we have Seth freaking Rollins. He comes out. And I didn't expect this. Seth talking about him going into WrestleMania with the championship. You know, he's never done that before, and he's going on. And here comes Jinder Mahal. They really want us to care about Jinder Mahal, but even Seth goes, yeah, we kind of forgot about you, man. But this sets up a big fight between the two. And next week, we're going to get Seth Rollins versus Jinder Mahal. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, I like Jinder. I like Jinder Mahal, you know, the modern day Maharaja. And, you know, I really think that I think he's a talented dude. He's really great on that mic. Like, he got some burns and some stabs. Like, especially even with him being the joke, the swerve for The Rock to come in to whip his ass, he was doing some good heat. You know, and I really like what he did last week when he did the, you know, in his language, the Pledge of Allegiance, and then they booed him, and he's like, ha! You booed me, and I was doing your Pledge of Allegiance in my language, and everyone's like, oh, you know. But he was getting some real heat, and I think Jinder Mahal, you know, if done right, he probably could, you know. So I'm interested to see this match with Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal. I'm very interested indeed. Next up, we got a big, meaty meat men fest here. We got Otis versus Ivar, Valhalla, Tozawa, Maxine outside of the ring. Woo, you talk about slapping some meat. And then we got some meat chants. Meat. You talk about a war. And Ivar got it. And these two athletes, man, it puts me to shame. And like, as a fat man myself, these guys aren't even fat. They're big. They're big, meaty men. And I'm a big butterball. The doughy butterball. That's who I am. And I look at these and I'm like, I need to reach that goal of being a big, meaty person like Otis and Ivar, because they move really great in that ring. Great match, man. Ivar for the win. I got to say, I had so much fun. I'm waiting for them to break the ring, though, because there's just too much meat inside that package that just wants to burst out. Jackie's backstage with Jey Uso. Bronson Reed interrupts. I was like, ooh, Jey Uso and a Bronson Reed feud? Let's see how that goes. We'll see where that plays out in the Royal Rumble. Huh? Yeah. Let's see how that plays out in the Royal Rumble match itself. Street fight. Main event. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Cody Rhodes. Whoa! They did beat each other up. It was a fight. The poor ring... I think the ring bell person got missed by Shinsuke. And this is a silly spot where I understand where Cody needs to be the big baby face. But he gets the chair. He like, oh, is it okay? Then he goes with the chair. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, he stops, puts the chair down, and goes over. And I know what he was trying to do with this moment, being like, oh, you okay? Just get medics over here. You okay? Blah, blah. I think if he did that on the other side, it would have made more sense. But no, he walks with the chair, and I think he stops and realizes, drops the chair, goes and checks on him, and then he gets smacked by the chair with Shinsuke. But we got two tables, and I will say the second table spot was better than the first. Oh, my gosh. Shinsuke went into that thing. Cody got him. Bam. 1, 2, 3. And I think Cody is so over. He is definitely that John Cena. He can be that John Cena level babyface. And in saying that, too, there's a lot of responsibility going into that. You know, him being that level of a babyface. Eventually, not now, maybe not in a year, a couple years or so, but there's going to be a time when people are going to get sick of him. So time to utilize him now and let him finish the story. And at some point later on, he could be a babyface for the rest of his career, which sometimes is, John Cena did. I think John Cena did the best he could. We've seen a little bit of him teasing it, like with putting his heel on the ground. He goes, heel turn, But Cody, I think is a different animal. He could remain that top babyface, but there is going to be a point where people want to move on and see what the next big thing is. But I see Cody as that level of a John Cena as of now. So big baby face and everything like that. But great Monday Night Raw. Match of the night is Otis and Ivar, man. Too much meat for my eyes. Second up was Miz and JD McDonagh. Favorite thing in the night is that R-Truth package, man. Tommaso Ciampa, Finn Balor was really, really fun. And this was a great street fight, Shinsuke and Cody. A lot of fun on this show. 5 out of 5. A good time. And go listen to that Succession song, and you'll see what I'm saying. Every time they win, I feel like they were going to show up. Roman Reigns is going to be there, be like, acknowledge me. All right, y'all. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it with your grandma, share it with your grandma, share it with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet nWp logo created by Penta X. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Maybe I need to revisit this leaving the company thing. Maybe I should leave for 9 years. Then I'll get a hero's reception when I return.